Hey, True Believers, England Teen here. I guess everybody else talked about this, so I'm going to give him my 2 cents. Martin Scorsese doesn't think Marvel movies are cinema. So effing what? That's my... And thank you very much for that. Let me know your opinion. Seriously, it all boils down to so effing what, really. I've heard so many people talking about this. It's like, yeah, okay, everybody's got opinions. You know, he could have his. Let me ask you something. Do you really think Martin Scorsese's sitting around being jealous of Marvel movies? Martin freaking Scorsese? Seriously? Maybe he's actually a little mad because Kill the Irish is going to be on Netflix and not in the big screens. And part of the problem is that studios don't want to take a chance on smaller movies, or definitely not mid-range movies anymore. And I don't see how. Joker just proved you get a good script, you get a good premise, and boom, your mid-range movie, because it was what, 50 million, you add on probably 50 to 100. I don't think they needed that much with all the free press they got, so I would say maybe $60 million in advertisement, and boom, you've got yourself $100 million movie. And if you've got a good premise, Martin Scorsese can make that easy. But unfortunately, studios don't want to take a chance. If they know they've got a big film, a tentpole movie, okay, they put that out, maybe some counter programming, okay. But a lot of the counter programming are low budget films. They're not these. I'm not saying not all, but a lot of it is lower and not that mid-grade stuff that's going to land you at $100 million once you add on the advertisement and everything. So I guess that's what he's mad at, that it's taking up space. And somebody like Martin Scorsese, dude, yeah, you would think he would be released in theaters, especially with the kind of movie that we're going to be seeing on Netflix from him. But so you guys have probably heard this before. Martin Scorsese that says that although he's tried to watch him, where is it? Where's his quote? I don't see them. I tried, but that's not cinema. Honestly, the closest. Okay, you know what? Start right here. I don't see them. I tried, but that's not cinema. That is absolutely 100% opinion. I mean, what are you going to tell me? I actually had this argument with Rob Zilla on Extreme Movie Show, which every one of you should be subscribed to, hitting that notification bell. Me and him have known each other for 35 years, so we've talked about pop culture before the 90s made it popular. We were those guys, and we've had this discussion. He doesn't like films like this because once you give someone superpowers, they're no longer human, and you can't, and they have no humanity. Which I said no, that's wrong, and I broke it down. Basically, with Batman, you always have a guy who's dealing with the loss of his parents, who doesn't want that pain inflicted on somebody else. You find the humanity in the characters. Martin Scorsese just cannot find the humanity in these characters, and that's where I think he's wrong. I don't believe he's jealous. If you're somebody getting on that surface level bullcrap, this is Martin frickin' Scorsese we're talking about. This is not a guy who's like, but my movies. No, this is Martin freaking Scorsese. Show some freaking respect. But when he watches these movies, like Rob Zilla, he's not able to find the humanity. And let me tell you something. I've seen superhero films where they do put, to quote Kingdom Come, they do put the super before they put the man. Quest for Peace, and watch Superman with Christopher Reeve versus Quest for Peace with Christopher Reeve. And yeah, I could have said Man of Steel or something like that, but I want you to watch two movies. I'm actually saying I want you to watch Quest for Peace. You England teen. But if you watch those two movies, you will see a movie that it's all about the man who is super, and then it's the fourth one is all about the super man. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, because I know I'm rambling. Anyway, point being is you find the humanity in these characters. Spider-Man's a guy who lost his uncle and does not want that to happen to anybody else. It's all about taking responsibility. There is something human in every character. Unfortunately, he can't see that. I, on the other hand, absolutely see it differently. The breakdown of friendship in Civil War. You telling me that's not something? I'm sorry, but I actually see these as more cinema than some of the movies that Martin Scorsese is talking about, because they use damn near every aspect of it. Yeah, they get down to the heart and humanity of a story, but they also do it with badass action scenes and explosions and CGI and the whole 9 yards. If you're able to make an action film, and they're out there, if you're able to make an action film or a superhero film or a cartoon or anything like this that he calls right here, it's theme parks. It's not cinema. If you're able to do something big like that and touch upon the humanity of the characters, that to me is Oscar worthy. I don't need to see another I'm crying over this or I'm crying over that kind of movie. That's all it is. I mean, let's what was it, last year or the year before last, was it that the movie with Viggo Mortensen? Yeah, it was last year that was the winner for last year's Oscar, wasn't it? And there were 2 movies like it, 2 movies based on race relations. Been there, done that, seen it. Heck, one of them's just what was it? The green map, something like that. Anyway, my memory's not working today, guys. But that was like freaking Driving Miss Daisy, but with dudes. You know, I mean, we've seen it. We've been there. We've done that. You know, we get to see. I think part of the problem is not so much the movies anyway. Think about it. We don't want the Marvel movies. You might get 2 in a year. They release thousands of movies every year across the world. It's just 2, guys. It's 2. 2 a freaking year for Marvel. Even if you add on DC, you get 3, maybe 4. I think one time we got 5. 5 versus thousands. And you're going to tell me that's too many? How many rom-coms in a year? How many dramas? How many family dramas? How many horror films? How many, you get so many films in every different genre, and you're going to just look at superhero movies and go, well, no. Tops 5 in 1 year. And I don't think it's the movies themselves. I think it's the advertisement, because it seems to be nonstop, and it's what people are talking about, and it's what people go to see. Look at the top movie. Damn, Disney owns it too. But look at the top movies of the year so far, worldwide, and you've got Captain Marvel, you've got Spider-Man, and you've got Avengers Endgame all in the top 5. Maybe it is. It's just that you're seeing them everywhere. But yeah, guys, sorry. Not that many compared to every movie that's out there. It isn't the cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experience with another human being. See, I completely disagree. Absolutely. It is all of that. But like I said, it's with action scenes and it's with explosions. Are you going to tell me that Civil War, of all things, Endgame wasn't about a human experience? The loss, or the trying to prevent the loss of a loved one, that's not a human experience? Sorry, man. I've got to disagree with Martin Scorsese here. Love his movies, just think he's wrong on this one. And yeah, look, it says it's clear that Scorsese takes his cinema seriously. No kidding. He's Martin Scorsese. While he appears to have given comic book movies a chance, well, we don't really know. They simply do not measure up to his standard of what cinema is. And that's where it is. It's a personal opinion. But to actually ask that there be less, that's wrong. Never limit somebody for what they're creating. You cannot say, this is cinema. You cannot say that, because if you do, you're limiting creativity. If you go outside of this box, you're not making a real movie. Should never be something somebody seriously says. Period. Because then you're limiting creativity. Then everything will become stagnant. You got to allow for other points of views. You got to allow for other people's opinions I mean, look, you're not going to like everything. I don't like everything, but I can agree that you got to keep it open. Yeah, you might not like it, but you got it's what it's like the First Amendment thing. You know, I may not agree with you, but I'll fight to the death your right to say it. So I may not agree with Martin Scorsese, but hell, he's Martin Scorsese, and he's entitled to his opinion. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to click like, share, subscribe. Remember to turn on all notifications and ring that bell. If you don't mind, this is the way we're trying to make a living, so if you don't mind helping out the channel, going over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the till, and helps keep the lights on, helps keep making videos for you. And if you want, you can commission a video over at Ko-Fi, links in the description below. Just pick a topic, pick a subject, and we'll get that out to you. Patreon now, if you're a $5 donor, you can pick one video a month. Every $5 donated. That's one of the things. So all you got to do is send me a message and saying, hey, do this one. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.